So what point in your NHL career did you stop fanboying? Anybody?
I still fanboy Connor Hellebuck, so I don't know if I did.
You just sit there and go, oh,
yeah.
Connor.
I go, wow, how are you so good? Yeah.
All right. Pleased to welcome to the podcast Eric Comrie, goaltender for the Winnipeg Jets. Easiest question first. I call you Combs. A lot of people call you Combs. Who calls you Eric?
I don't know. Anyone calls me Eric. Maybe my wife if she's mad at me.
Right? Which only makes sense.
Yeah, my mom if she's mad at me, but that's about it. I get Mom calls me Bear. And then Combs.
I thought for sure Mom. Like that's like feels
no,
like the
Mom
easy
doesn't
one.
really call. No, Mom doesn't call me Eric. And then in Buffalo they called me Ricky.
What?
Yeah, Eric Ricky. You know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and actually that stuck around pretty good.
Okay. Ricky, okay. We're going to have to hang on to that one. So,
Yeah.
Did you grow up wanting to play? I knew you grew up in Edmonton for a little bit, then went to California. Did you grow up wanting to be an Oiler or a King? Or neither?
I grew up probably wanting to be a New Jersey Devil.
Okay.
I love Martin Brodeur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I love Martin Brodeur and I love Scott Stevens growing up. So
Right.
I love those two guys. I was obsessed with Marty Brodeur. I used to do everything to be Marty Brodeur, and then
Even as stick handling, or did you work on that aspect?
I wish I worked on that a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been good for me.
Not the easiest thing in the world to do.
And then actually I had the luxury of playing for the New Jersey Devils.
Yes.
With Martin Brodeur as one of the staff there, so that was kind of cool.
Did you tell him that you grew up idolizing him?
No, I didn't.
No.
Do that. No, I didn't want to be the fan.
Yeah, because you're in the
boy,
NHL at that
Yeah.
point. You can't go, hey, Mr. Brodeur.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, just a heads up. Like, I did everything for you. No, I didn't want to do that. No, I was.
So what point in your NHL career did you stop fanboying? Anybody?
I still fanboy Connor Hellebuck, so I don't know if I did.
You just sit there and go, oh,
Yeah.
Connor.
I go, wow, how are you so good? Yeah.
We'll go back to Helly in a second here. So the fact that you're the highest drafted member of the Comrie family, does that hold any type of clout during family gatherings?
Oh, I try to do that. Yeah, I try to hold, I try and tell him, hey, but then Mike comes back with me. He's got a lot of points in the NHL. He's pretty good.
He does.
He was pretty good. Paul was actually really good. Even my younger brother, Ty, was fantastic. He was a really good player in junior. Pretty good. My dad's 4 for 4 with four sons and 4 NHL training camps. Pretty dang good.
Okay, so my favorite part of asking and with big families is the power ranking. So where do you rank right now? Like if you could rank the 4 brothers according to your parents, where would you slot everybody?
Whew. I'd be pretty high, I think. But we're
with
pretty.
Both mom and dad?
We're pretty even. I'm trying to think. Mike's always we call Mike the golden child.
Yeah,
that's because that's kind of what he is.
I covered Mike when he was in the Western Hockey League.
Yeah.
It just felt like he was the golden child.
Yeah, my dad really. Yeah, he's probably the golden child. And then Ty's up there too. Ty does a lot for the family that people don't realize. So I'd say Ty, and then I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah, you're like a modest guy, so I know you rank yourself. So what's something that Ty does for the family that people don't know about that gets him moving up the power rankings?
Well, Ty is he's kind of so he's doing he's taking over the family office, family business. So he's doing everything in charge of the family stuff like that. So he's
he's got an in right there.
He's doing pretty well for himself. So I'm really happy for him, and he's been unbelievable. He's my best friend in the whole world.
Right.
He's everything for me. So he's unbelievable, and how smart he is, and how unbelievable his business, and how dedicated he is to his craft. He just finished playing hockey, and a lot of people have a hard time getting out of it and finding something else to do, and he was right away into something else he found passion for, and I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, that is something to be impressed with. Did your friends, growing up, did any of your friends ask for free furniture?
Oh, I still get asked for free furniture. I say, hey, we don't own the company. No, we have nothing to do with it. There's nothing to do with the company anymore. I'm sorry, my dad sold it. We can't do anything.
Hi, I'm Connor Hellebuck,
Jordan Kyrou, radiant stop by Hellebuck.
and this is the Ground Control Podcast.
Did you keep all your swag from the Jets?
I have a lot of swag from the Jets.
So, like,
gotta
when you
remember-
came back, it's not like you didn't have anything, you know? Like,
No,
yeah.
I got a lot of swag from the Jets. I remember I was drafted in 2013.
For sure.
So it's been, I don't even know how many years that is.
So it's not like you got rid of it or gave it to friends or anything like that?
I mean, eventually, I've had so much stuff that I've had to start giving stuff away because you have
course.
after year after year after year, you start giving it away. But
Who's your favorite go-to to give your stuff out to? Like, who asks? Or does it just... It's automatic. You give it to blank.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not my job. My clothes department is my wife. I haven't bought clothes for myself in, I don't know, 7, 8 years. I don't know the last time I bought myself something. People tell me my shoes look like I'm wearing grass cutters all the time. They make fun of my shoes. It's unbelievable. I walk around in my shoes. They got stains in them. Everyone's wearing these nice shoes, and I'm like, well, they get the job done.
That's right. Well, what are you supposed to like? You're not supposed to wear the shoes that are grass stained. Like,
I don't know. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Is it a fashion show every day?
That's what they think. It's a fashion every single day. I'm just trying to get. I say, hey, work. I get to walk to my place I want to go.
How happy was Scheif when you announced you're coming back, or did Helly tell him too?
Scheif was very happy, but they all kind of knew. Like it always kind of works out in the weeds. That I always make my way back. I always snake my way back.
So
somehow.
no one was surprised when you came back.
Nobody was surprised.
I don't think we were even the media.
No,
part.
media was like, there he is again. Oh, this guy.
You gotta look
guy
up his stats. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So for me, I think I might have been the most surprised guy.
See, like you're the one that found out last that you were coming. So
Honestly, I probably was.
Best advice Connor Hellebuck ever gave you?
That is a hard question because if you honestly, we talk so much during games and during intermissions and during stuff. It's a constant thing. We also watch video together as a tandem, which is not a lot of teams do. Not a lot of teams get to watch that stuff together and really be a part of that. So we are constantly learning from each other, constantly getting better. And, I mean, just little things like how to play position, how to play on your post, when to come out to play aggressive, when to do this, when to do that, just mindset things. Even, like, I remember we actually went to dinner with LB and myself in Chicago. And Helly and myself in Chicago. And after dinner, we were kind of walking back. I said, like, how's your mentality so good? And he kind of ran through his mental makeup and what got him to where he was, and it's pretty unbelievable.
And so you guys pretty tight with LB still as well, I guess, because it's it's a fraternity at this point.
I mean, goalies all like each
It's
other.
like, you coming back next year?
We have to stick together. He's like,
Like,
honestly,
my contract's up in 2
he's
years.
like,
Are
I
you
know,
good?
it's kind of like the flip-flop again, you know? We gotta I don't know.
Okay, so constantly you see goaltenders having conversations during TV timeouts. What's one of the funniest things Helly said to you during TV timeout, or one of the funniest conversations you guys have ever had?
I think it was in Philly, and Gritty was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And he goes, I couldn't help but laugh. He goes, Combs, you got to ignore it. You can't look at him. I couldn't help, but I was dying laughing because Gritty was next to me.
I know.
And he's a funny character. You know, he's got that big belly. He was shaking that belly. I was dying laughing. And he goes, Combs, you can't be laughing. You got to ignore it. I said, I can't help it.
It's like out of the corner of your peripheral vision kicks in. All you
Oh,
see is
I looked like I was staring right at him, I think, though.
Is Flats as serious as he seems?
Flats?
Yeah.
Flats isn't serious at all.
No.
He's joking around always. But he's the best at what he does, his job. He's unbelievable what he does. He knows more about goaltending than I think almost anybody in the world. And he's just unbelievable turning in game situations into drills and working on the things that you want to get out of it and just showing you how to get better and making the best out of any goalie he has. And it's impressive, and I'm very happy to be with him. And he's always screwing around and having fun.
He's like, when you talk to him, it feels like he's serious all the time. Like, I've seen him joke maybe a couple of times. I don't talk to him as much as you do. He's always got this serious look on his face.
We talk a lot.
He's almost like Sam the Eagle from the Muppets. Like, just his facial expression.
He's honestly very, very relaxed and calm and very happy.
Yeah.
Happy guy.
Does he ever, when he goes over video with you guys, does he point out you should have stopped that one? Or is he more,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's never.
So what's a Flats classic one where you should have stopped it? What's the type of goal that goes in where he's like, come on, Eric.
We actually haven't had too many of those this year.
Well, not this year.
No, but I mean, there's been a couple videos where it's like, well, we want to have that one. We just want to stop
Right.
that one. I don't know. I can't name the exact scenario because every scenario, hockey's such a random game. It's a random sport. It's like, but it's kind of like you got to think about like just like it's the typical goals, like the shots that go in, shots that beat you clean or something like that. He's gonna say, He kind of says like this, probably want that one, Combs. And it says,
it's always a tell. It's always a tell of parents.
Corner, it says teaching. You're like, oh, a teaching clip. Uh-oh.
It literally says in the video teaching.
Oh yeah. In the clips, it goes like different things and different like little things. And when someone you do something wrong, it says teaching. You're like, uh-oh.
Puck is dropped, and it's showtime from downtown Winnipeg.
Jet fans, game packs are back this season, and you can save big by purchasing a 4, 6, or 8 game package. Select your games from a variety of tiers to personalize the perfect pack that fits your schedule. There is something for everyone. So be sure to visit winnipegjets.com/gamepacks to build your package today.
Part of being a professional athlete means you're competitive. I didn't realize you had this other competitive side to you until we started. I went on a road trip. We were in Sunrise, Florida, at a hotel that the Jets stay at beforehand. There's an NHL Trivia. Yeah. Every NHL team that stays there goes through it. You are one of the few two-time winners of the NHL Trivia, right?
I'm a two-time winner of the trivia. But you know what, though? I think...
What happens when you win the trivia?
You get a putter, which is outstanding. I have actually... Funny thing is, when I was in Winnipeg, I was so excited to win this putter. And I was leading by one.
I remember.
I was leading by one, and I was going around kind of trying to mess with people, kind of give them the wrong answers, trying to make sure they weren't getting the right answers. I was very, very wanting this putter. Next year in Buffalo, I won again. I crushed it in Buffalo.
So back-to-back years.
Back-to-back. 2 years. This was, it was back-to-back years. But they only had a lefty putter, so I have a lefty putter and a righty putter, so I can putt both ways to my putters I've won so far.
For those of you that don't travel in the charter, you carried that putter around over your shoulder.
Yeah, over my shoulder like a trophy.
Yes.
Exact same thing in Buffalo, too. I rocked in the plane, walked in that plane like this, over my shoulder. I held it like a trophy.
It was legendary. I'm like, this is another side of comms I didn't know about. So it's, So we're going to bring in Cameron Penny. So this is going to be on TikTok, and it's blind wide receiver rankings in the National Football League, and we're just going to chit-chat while you do it. And as you just name the receiver when he pops up.
Zay Flowers.
Okay. Zay Flowers from the Baltimore Ravens.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. But there's better. I'm going to go 7.
Okay. I like that ranking. Not consistent.
Christian Kirk, he's good too, actually. He's actually pretty good too.
Not bad, but I think that's lower ranked, don't you?
I would go lower too, yeah. I'm going to go lower just because of...
not consistent enough.
He's a little injured this year too.
Yeah.
Okay, 8. Christian Watson. Once again...
See, a guy that could not stay
though.
Healthy in college, has tons of potential, but a guy, he's like a boomer bust guy.
But he's good, though. He's good. He can be pretty good.
But is he top 5 in there?
No. He's still below. I think he's in number 9. I kind of
good
wish
choice.
Yeah.
Almost his number. I think that is number.
Yeah, Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh, so if Indianapolis had
they don't have a quarterback. No, he's not bad.
He's top 5.
You think he's top 5?
I think so.
I think he's number 6 personally. I'm going to throw him in number 6.
This is your ranking.
This is my ranking.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, really good.
Oh my gosh! So outside of this year, Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in football.
No.
Yes.
I'm going to put him. I'm not sure if I'm going to get my top guys, but I'm going to put him number 2.
Okay.
I can't go wrong with 2.
I feel that's disrespectful, but it's okay.
Diggs. I was a Buffalo. I became a Buffalo fan when I was in Buffalo, so I like Diggs.
But he's top 5.
He's number 5.
On his body of work.
He's number 5. He's number 5.
Okay. Where are we going from here?
Keon Coleman. He's good. He's a rookie.
That's 10.
Rookie. I agree. He just hasn't.
Show yourself, son.
Yeah, he's good though.
Yeah.
He's be good. Whew, tough.
What's now? Who's next?
We've really made a mistake here.
What? Who?
We got Kadarius Toney.
Oh dear, Kadarius Toney.
We've really made a mistake.
So listen, Kadarius Toney. This is the only reason why you're getting ranked is because there's no room in the bottom 10 for your bottom 5.
But you know what?
He has potential.
You know what, though? He won a Super Bowl.
If he can just stay healthy.
He won a Super Bowl.
He's got a great personality.
He won a Super Bowl. Number 4, unfortunately. But Jalen Waddle, good, but not as good as Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, so you got to put him below his team.
I got to put number 3.
Who's left?
I got to get someone. Number 1's left. Garrett Wilson, not bad.
Okay, Garrett Wilson would be like great
number
career.
2. He'd be number 2.
At Ohio State, he was fantastic. But if he just had better quarterbacking, he'd probably be a much better receiver.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's not my best list of all time, but it's not my worst.
I think we got a little too excited with. I forgot Kadarius Toney was sitting in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're all done.
We're all done.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to fantasy football.
Though.
We're gonna move on to fantasy football now.
I'm disappointed.
You're not okay. Here's first. Speaking of disappointment, and like you were so welcome back into the dressing room.
Yep.
But you're not in the Jets dressing room specific league. Now, is there a name for the league? Or cannot be revealed to
I don't know if there's
a name
for the league, actually. I think it's just a fantasy football league.
Okay.
Everyone's got their own team names, but I can't release
Yeah, I know. I've heard
names.
a lot of some
Yeah,
names.
yeah. But they're funny.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
But I couldn't get on. Everyone had a GM and an owner, and Nobody was selling a team.
I heard last year Morrissey said that he was going to try and get Ehlers to do fantasy football. I don't think that ever panned out. So
He does fantasy soccer.
If Ehlers gets on the fantasy football league before you, that you should file a petition.
Well, he has got seniority on me.
True.
But he does fantasy soccer, and he's really good at fantasy soccer.
Yes, he's got quite the passion.
He knows a lot about soccer. I don't know much about soccer.
Soccer's a lot.
He always gets really mad at me when I call it football. He goes, "It's not football. Eric. Football is soccer." I say, "No, that's soccer." So we get into a little debate about that.
Okay, so you are in a guillotine league with Scheif and JMO, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Scheif I know is the defending champion of the Jets dressing room. Does he walk around like a champion when it comes to that
he's
aspect?
really good at fantasy football. Actually, he didn't make playoffs this year in fantasy football for the Jets league, but he finished with the most points in the league.
Okay.
So he wins a little bit of
Clout.
Yeah, a little bit of something for that. And
So he's just unfortunate.
in our guillotine league, actually, the one that we're in, he actually is now in the finals for the second straight year. The finals is this week, and he's
So he knows what he's doing.
he knows fantasy football, and I actually lost out pretty early in fantasy football. Apparently, with my rankings, you could tell that I wasn't so good.
But those were blind rankings.
Those are blind rankings,
A little
but
different
still.
when you're doing actual drafts.
Kind of a draft is kind of a blind ranking too, because you don't know who you're going to get. You know.
That's right. Do you know anybody in any fantasy league there's always a loophole guy, a guy that exposes the rules to his benefit? Have you known anybody over the years in that aspect? That would be name somebody in the dressing room that would be a loophole guy that would just find some rule to expose for his own good, like Lex Luthor. Great ideas, but not for the benefit of mankind.
We don't have any evil villains.
Good
in our
point.
team.
Good point.
All
That's
good
fun.
guys. We're all good
just
people.
Great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No evil villains. No evil villains. There's no villains.
See, you're going to stay for 3 more years just for that
Yeah.
comment.
There's no villains. We're all good guys.
Everybody,
Lex
even in
Luthor,
fantasy
you
football,
said
great
that,
ideas,
you're like, ooh.
but none for the benefit of
Yeah.
mankind. You have friends like that, don't you? Not saying they're bad people. They just have great ideas, not for the benefit of mankind.
No, I don't have
You're
any.
not
I don't have any evil genius friends. No,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
fair enough. Speaking of evil geniuses, this is how we're going to close this thing out here today. Okay, this is some jelly beans here. My daughter has this. I'm not going to tell the name because it's just a game. You pull out a jelly bean, you taste it. Some of them taste absolutely terrible. There's dirty dishwater. There's bloody Band-Aid. I can go down the list or else you're not going to want to do
Band-Aid
this.
safe?
I don't know.
I
don't even know how you find the chemicals to make something taste like a bloody Band-Aid.
But I want to know who is sampling the bloody Band-Aid.
That's what I want to know. That's bloody Band-Aid.
I'd like to know who's actually sampling the bloody Band-Aid and seeing, oh, this is going to be a good flavor right here.
Yes, we have to use this one.
We have to use this one. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you want to pick first, or you want me to go first?
See, I think the strategy here is to choose the ones that look least
But they're all.
appetizing.
But see, there's this. The colors are the same. The bad ones and the good tasting ones, so it doesn't even matter.
So they could all be good tasting ones for all we know.
We all know. So there's 6 of them sitting here. We're gonna go through all 6, 3 each.
And it could be 6 good tasting ones.
Yeah, they could be. So that's the fortune. So I'll go first because. Oh gosh.
Not good?
Oh,
What do you got there?
it's awful. Oh,
What do you got?
I don't. Oh, what's the white one? The bad tasting white one. Okay, you go. We have to keep this rolling.
Well, I want to know what it is first.
Oh my gosh. Bad tasting white one. Oh. Dirty dishwater. That's the one. Oh.
I'll go with this little thing right here.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what that one could be. Oh, birthday cake
Or?
or dirty dishwasher. Go. You're in the clear? I feel like you're in the clear.
Birthday cake. Damn it. Delicious.
Yellow. Rotten egg. Buttered popcorn. I got buttered popcorn. I'm in the clear.
Right.
Okay.
Stop.
You gotta mix them together.
What's this thing?
That one could be Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti.
Stinky socks.
Yeah. How bad could it be, really?
Tutti Frutti.
Dang it! What's going on here? Okay. Pomegranate. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh. If I had my glasses on, I'd be able to tell you. Oh yeah, Old Bandage. I got Old Bandage.
Ooh.
Oh, last one.
What does this be?
This is gonna be the Tutti Frutti again, or Stinky Socks. See, this is what happens when you have good karma because you're such a good guy.
Tutti Frutti. I win the game.
Eric Comrie, everybody.
I won the game.
Eric wins again. He wins a game.
I've won the game.
Thanks again.
Oh, thank you. It's sticky, though.
Oh, my God. That's awful.